Alright, welcome everybody back to the Entropycast, a straight shot, one take recording of conversation, or monologue, by me, your host, Justin. Slowly just following my train of thought with minimal scripting, as well as occasionally having a guest on so that I sound a bit less unhinged. This week, we got my buddy Chris. How are you doing?
Good. You should be honored. I'm the first real fan to be on here. Everyone else listening to this, be jealous.
This is true. We got an audience member this time. Oh God. How's your week been so far, buddy?
Procrastinating. I'm still procrastinating. You messaged me right as I was about to start a probably 2-hour treasure hunt through PowerPoints for a test.
Oh, well, you're welcome. I've given you an excuse.
Yeah, this is more
to film a podcast.
Yeah. Definitely more productive than Control F through a PowerPoint.
Yeah, I mean, you can make money by doing this eventually, maybe.
Hopefully.
You would also make money by getting your degree, but we don't talk about that.
I'd rather do an hour-long recording once a week.
Yeah, true. Fucking fair. Mm-hmm. This week, I have my drink of choice. I did 3 shots of Malibu Mango, which is essentially as much as 1 60% shot for everybody listening. And I then have a full cup of Arizona mango tea, the Mucho Mango, of course, which I found out today is 5% juice. But the other half of that cup is filled with Malibu Mango. So I've done a 60% shot prior to recording, and throughout this recording, I'll be finishing off my Mucho Mango, and then I got a glass of water in front of me. I would say it's probably better than the PBR last week. PBR, still solid. But Mucho Mango, incredible.
On a scale, how far apart are they?
Comparing a beer to a fruity flavored drink that's more alcoholic, a 1 to 10, 10 being like I would drink this just to drink it, and the other one being like I would drink because I am drinking. Mucho Mango is an anytime drink, and PBR is like I might drink this for the taste maybe once every month. So it's not bad as beers go. I've had a Rheingeist, and Rheingeist are not my favorite. I'm not a fan of sours. They taste like if you took all the happiness out of Warheads. They're really not fun to drink. They kind of suck. I've not had a single good sours. I did have a Hoosier Red Ale that was kind of enjoyable. I'd still rate it lower than PBR, but Rheingeist is I wouldn't drink this if I was trying to get drunk. So, there's definitely a scale here that I am not qualified to label. So.
Well, you're the one drinking. You're more qualified than me. And we're the only 2 people talking right now, so go for it.
This is true. This is why I introduced the other guest today.
Mm-hmm.
Today we have my friend John. No, today is just me and Chris.
One day
we'll see. Maybe one day. I'll catch him one day. This might be the first back-to-back recording I do, because I think I may have snagged him. So if a week from this podcast there's another guest on, I've done it. I finally got him to show up. After 5 weeks or 6 weeks of attempting and recording 2 episodes, recording the 3rd at the moment, I may have got him. I may have finally done it.
Does that explain the van in your parking lot?
Maybe. Maybe. I don't know what you're talking about.
Neither do I.
I'm not going to incriminate myself, right? It is hard to stop myself from drinking this Mucho Mango. I'm going to be honest with you. I've taken multiple drinks now in the little bit of time we've been recording. But we're going to hop on over to the thing that we're going to start off with. my tires. All right, I've got horrible luck with tires. Okay, I have had within the last 2 years that I've had my car, I have had my tires replaced, I think 4 times.
What the hell?
Which is
all of them, or
yes, like all of them. Not like one flat tire and then the back left one's flat and then the front left.
So you've had all 4 tires replaced twice.
Yes, every time. Well, 4 times. I've had all 4 tires replaced 4 times.
What the hell are you driving on?
The road, but it's not good road. You know where we live. I'm not saying it. You're not gonna say it. But the roads aren't good. But that goes for America.
And I only recently had 1 flat tire, which I changed in Juan's driveway with his dad's help.
Right. So the first flat tire was, my tire was either shot, or I ran over a bullet that punctured the tire. And a family member replaced it and was like, we're just going to replace all the tires because these tires are old anyway. Okay. So that's like, all right, sure. Fair enough. Then my tires lost all their air pressure. I don't remember how that happened. But I remember the tires were all flat. So we were like, okay, these all need to be replaced or we're going to have to refill them all.
I mean, if it's just a small leak or something, that can just be plugged. Like, when I had my 1 tire pop, they just fixed it.
I know. I'm not the one that's repairing this, alright? This is not my problem.
Were you footing the bill?
No.
Okay, then fuck it. Get new
it's
tires.
Not my problem.
Get new tires.
The other 2 times, one time all my tires were bald. Keep in mind, this is within the last 2 years I've had my tires replaced 4 times. That means at some point, my tires went completely bald.
Now, seeing how you drive makes sense.
What do you mean? What are you trying to say? I have never.
You're good.
I've wrecked. I've not hit anybody on the road.
No, you're a good driver.
What the fuck? Just throw me under the bus like that. At least the bus has working fucking tires, or I would have died.
That comment was for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah, right. I don't.
Justin is a great driver.
You're trying to get me arrested. You said I kidnapped somebody. You told people that I'm a bad driver. You're trying to get me arrested.
Now that you point out, there is a trend here.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Viewers at home, try to figure out what I'm tapping in Morse code.
No. Let it be known that if he taps out Morse code, this will be the first edit in the entirety of the podcast. I will be covering up that Morse code. Fair warning to everyone listening, you will not find any Morse code within this podcast. But the other time, it was like 4 weeks ago. And I was like, hey, Dad, my car is like not driving correctly. I don't know much about cars, and you do. Can you take it for a drive and check it out? He took it out for a drive, went and had all the tires replaced. I don't know what's happening. My tires are, I think that he might be stealing other people's tires at this point. I think he might be stealing other people's tires and putting them on my car. There's no way I would have had 4 tire replacements. It's rough. I inhaled the mucho mango. Alright. I would recommend the drink. I would not recommend inhaling it.
Are you alright there, bud?
I'm fine. It's just too much mucho mango.
I just see you kneeling over in your chair in pain.
I'm choking. I've inhaled mango.
Liquid mango.
Yes, liquid mango. With 5% juice.
Is there mango in there? Like actual
mango? 5%.
Okay.
Well, 5% juice. So realistically, it's like 0.5%. Because juice is actually mostly sugar, anyway.
Well, how much, like, what bit of the juice is mango? Like, what is mango?
Mango's a fruit.
But like, you in the juice, you got water, you got the sugar. But like, what is the mango bit? What classifies, like, if you were to distill it down into parts, what is the mango? Does it just like the individual mango cells? How much of that is in the juice?
I don't know the percentage of mango juice in the fruit juice brand they're buying to put in their drink. All right.
How much mango is in mango juice?
We don't know what brand it is. That varies.
I'm sure there's standards somewhere.
I mean, there's standards for a lot of things. That doesn't mean they're followed.
That is also true.
So, the mango, realistically, probably like, it says 5% juice. It's probably like 0.5. Am I technically...
I mean, if it's 5% juice, you're probably throwing at least half of that into water. A bunch of that into the sugar. So you're drinking maybe 0.5% of actual mango.
Yeah. That's what I've been saying.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's weird.
Okay. Have you been agreeing with me?
I guess so.
What the fuck?
Well, I think we both agree that there's a lot less mango in mango juice than you would first think.
Okay.
But I want to know what the percent is.
Right. Okay.
By volume and by weight.
We could test it. This is another test we could do.
Yeah. Did you ever do the laundry test?
No, not yet. I don't want to fuck up my laundry.
Okay.
I'm gonna go buy a broken down washer and dryer.
Well, I'm sure there's a free one on like Craigslist.
I mean, is this the first in-person podcast? We do it during the toast experiments and then we try them?
Yeah. I'm down for, at this point, episode 3.5, or whatever 0.5 number we're on when we do it.
Yeah. It'll be interesting.
Or would it be a 0.5, or do you want to have it as a new series?
It's going to be supplementary.
Supplementary
content.
Okay.
Yeah. So the podcast will be the main runner, and then on the side it will be like me doing dumb shit that I talked about in the podcast. So, we'll see. I think that the laundry experiments so far are one of the things I'm looking forward to the most. I already have a future podcast plan that is going to be incredible. I don't know if I've said anything about it as I record these drunk. One of them is going to be done on a boat.
A big boat?
No, a rowboat.
Rowboat? Like
a rowboat.
Canoe? Kayak?
No. Like, so you know those, like, sailor boats that you see people drop off of on, like, pirate ships? Just a rowboat.
Okay.
Just gonna take one of those out in the middle of a lake and record. That's gonna be, I'll say it now, that's gonna be episode 22.
Why 22?
That's just a random number I pulled, but now it forces me to stick to it.
Fair enough. Have you acquired said rowboat? Or know where you can get one?
No. So within the next 20 weeks, I have to find a lake and a boat and work on getting all my equipment into the boat and onto the lake.
How much is plywood at Home Depot?
We are not building a boat where I'm taking electronics. That is not a good idea. I refuse. That's gonna be a good one though. I'm excited for that one. But
I think you can get a canoe or a kayak for like 200 at sporting goods stores.
I refuse to take electronics onto a fucking canoe.
Canoes are stable. So are kayaks.
They might be stable, but I don't know how much space I'm gonna have to like microphone, laptop, plug all that shit in. Have another person there.
Canoes are big. You can fit in a canoe. You would know if you went on the canoe trip.
Can another person?
Yeah. Canoes are like 10 feet long or some shit. Two-person canoe.
I've never seen a canoe in person.
Yeah, you would. You could have.
When? Oh. I couldn't have, actually.
Yeah.
So, well, don't add me. There was a valid reason.
True.
But
yeah, I mean,
that we need to do something else like that eventually.
It's an annual thing.
Well, annual. How often is annual? Don't say a year. Like, I don't remember when it happened. How far out are we?
It's just once every summer. There's no like specific, I do it on the third weekend of June.
Right.
As the moon rises to full moon. I don't know moon cycles.
No full moons? We could do it on my birthday.
I mean,
you don't know when that is, do you?
Not off the top of my head. I don't know anyone's birthday off the top of my head. It's July something, isn't it?
Yeah, it's in July.
July 10th.
Should be free around then.
July 10th. Yeah, that's a Sunday. That might work.
Oh yeah. Sunday boating. Do the podcast. That could be a podcast.
Yeah.
We go boating and then we do the podcast afterwards, where we're all tired and just already in a goofy mood.
Or we do it like on one of the breaks we have, because I'm sure we'll have to break after boating or whatever.
True, that would be like an hour long.
Yeah. Like 2 hours in, just stop on the shore somewhere, do a podcast episode.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Be terrible audio quality.
No, I'd bring my microphone.
Well, yeah, but like, you'd have to do some serious editing to get everyone else's screams out.
No.
If we're doing them public. Just leave those in.
No, there's a very easy way to
fix
that. Yes. That's a little editing thing. It wouldn't. If serious editing, no. It would mostly be just noise suppression, audio cancellation, a little bit of loudness equalization, and then it should be good. That's back end talk. That's a problem for when it comes up.
I'll take your word for those all meaning things.
I'll take care of it. I'll get it to work.
I believe.
But the boat thing that I intend to do that. No, mama. I intend to do the boat thing. I intend to do a couple other things that I'm not ready to announce yet. I've got some plans. So people can look forward to some real dumb shit. I can say one involves a table and will be done outside.
So you're moving the table you're on right now outdoors?
No.
Okay.
No. It's a lot more entertaining than that. It's going to be very, very dumb.
Is the table itself important, or is something going to be done on the table that's important?
Both.
What's a special table? Coffee table, end table, picnic table. You're not giving any hints whatsoever. Okay.
No.
Right.
I wasn't ready to announce it.
Yeah.
You just kept guessing. What the fuck?
I mean, I got you on call right now. I can ask you questions, so.
Yeah, this is true. Super fan. It's a Q&A.
May as well.
No, it's... No.
I can go through the other 2 episodes of the podcast, see if there's any questions.
I mean, you should have brought them. I mean, you can be on the podcast at any point, so.
True. I mean, we already picked our topics, so.
Yeah, we talked about some tires. We've now devolved into talking about podcast plans like boats and
tables.
I need a new desk.
Are you going to be making a desk?
No. I'm bad at construction. I failed the egg drop challenge every time. I can't build shit.
If it makes you feel any better, I failed the egg drop challenge too.
Congrats. We're both failures.
Yes.
No, have you seen you've seen my current desk, right?
Yes.
It's a white fold-out one that you'd expect to see at like a family picnic.
Yes.
So the legs aren't all even. So if I shake it right now, it doesn't move. But if I look underneath, the back left leg is propped up by one of my hats that I folded up because I don't have anything else to prop it up with. It's very shoddily done and absolute garbage. But until I get one, it will function. It will run.
I trust those white picnic tables a lot more than like the green ones that have the legs that fold underneath, that are square.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know the ones the fake leather top.
Yeah. And the legs all fold like
they're like
symmetrically.
A square kind of.
Yeah.
It's bad. I've fallen out of those chairs.
The height
that go with them.
Yeah, go ahead.
I've fallen out of the chairs that go with them every single time I've sat in one. Satin in one? What's a fabric? Every time I have sat in one of them, the chair has broken. I think that any time I sit in a chair outside, it is broken. I don't know if that's a me thing or outside chairs are flimsy.
Might be both. Are you like leaning back against them where like not all four legs are on the ground?
No.
Okay, then.
I'll like sit in it and then like cross my right leg over my left with my like ankle resting on it. You know the position I'm talking about. You can picture it in your head. And I'll like lean back slightly and keep all four legs on the ground. And I'll just sit there for a while and then like the back will break.
These are outdoor chairs. Are you sure you're not being given the already broken one?
I'm pretty sure.
Because there's always one that's broken.
I mean, I used this little, for everybody listening, I have a little camping chair, a lawn chair. What are these? What do you call this?
Oh, just the like metal fold out ones that every person in America, yeah. The normal fold out chair you see brought to everything.
I sat down in this chair and immediately snapped this part off. Like, it's no longer attached at all. Look, that was part of the thing that held it up.
You're just cursed. I've never seen one of those broken apart from like the fabric being rotted.
It was the night we were playing Ghosties, Phasmophobia. I sat down and it snapped. I was like, right, what do I do? Like, I can't sit down in any external use chair without it breaking.
What if I give you just a stump? Can you break a stump?
I'll fucking find a way. If you carve that shit into a chair and it looks like it is intended to be used as a chair, it will break.
So it has to look like a chair. I can't just cut a tree down. It has to be
chair-oriented. It can't be like me sitting on a, It can't be me sitting on a, like... what's it called? What do you call them? A cooler, an icebox, and say that I'm using that as a chair. That's not possible. It doesn't work. But I can deal with it. Like, it will break, almost guaranteed. I'd say almost guaranteed, because there's one time it hasn't, and then I moved to a different chair because, like, I was uncomfortable, and then that one broke. So one chair has survived. Yeah. Very, very rare chair. And it was bad. It was absolutely horrible. It was the most uncomfortable chair I've ever sat in. I think it knew its time was coming. I think it knew that it was nearing the end of its life the moment I sat down in it. So I ended up, swapping chairs, sitting down the other one. I had a horrible hangover this day. A cat ended up sleeping on my back as I was retching. And I went to, move the cat and broke the arm of the chair. I don't understand how every outside chair I touch is broken. I bet that outside chairs fear me. They see me coming and they're like, not me.
Well, see, it's like now you have a reputation in the chair community.
Yeah.
You will break. So now that they think they're going to break, they will break.
Mm-hmm.
First, 2 or 3 were just accident, but then a rumor got around. Because chairs are sentient.
Yeah. No, it's really, really bad. It's resulted in me losing money because of the amount of chairs I've had to replace. And also me being very uncomfortable in social situations where we're outside because I just stand instead. Because I know if I sit down, I'm going to break the chair. When I was talking about the cooler earlier, if I sit down on a cooler, I can guarantee it will, most likely break. I sat down on a cooler and this lid caved in. I can't sit down on anything without it breaking if it's outside. Do you remember when I was laying on my car's hood and like leaning back against my window? I fucked up my front windshield. The bottom like part of it is no longer tinted.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, no, I like that was me sitting on my car and the car broke because of it. Like I don't understand. I'm not doing anything insane when I do these tasks. These things just happen to me.
Yeah, the car one I can confirm because you were just waiting on us to come out of Alex's house.
Yeah, shit broke immediately. It was like I got in the car and went to leave. Every time now that it's cold outside and I turn on my heat, that spot in particular fogs up. It's like I can't. I don't understand why.
Whoever did that window fucked up because like it shouldn't be fucked up just because you touched it.
Yeah, no shit. I was very, very upset. I couldn't see like a bottom third of my windshield for a little bit because it was completely fogged up every time. It drove me insane. I've had like with the tires, with the windshield, with all that stuff, I have had horrible luck with my car. Horrible luck. I went to get in the trunk. I try not get into the trunk, but get in the trunk to do something. And I had some like was it ice fluid, the fluid, the windshield wiper fluid, the antifreeze. Antifreeze. There we go. That's the word.
Yeah, the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, the Kool-Aid. No, the antifreeze that I kept back there, I hadn't known that it was back there. And I was like, oh, look at this. This is useful. Let me put this in the little thing on the side of my truck in the trunk. And it was just going to hold it so it didn't roll around in the back because it was rolling around. Put it in there. Left, came back, heard a thumping in the back of my trunk. I go look, the fucking holder in my trunk had snapped.
Was it just like a netting on the side?
It was like a corded netting. It was like a sturdy net. I would expect to put my hand in there and yank on it and not feel like any give. And that shit had ripped in half. I was like, I can't do anything about this. There's nothing I can do here. This is purely luck. Like, maybe I could have just not put it there, sure. But at the same time, like, it now just rolls around in the back of my fucking car. Anytime I stop, I hear thump, thump, from it rolling from the back end of the trunk, but bouncing forward and slamming into the seat. Because my car is one of those like back seats
how often do you
connect to the trunk.
Antifreeze? Like, you don't need to keep that in your trunk.
Well, I don't use it often per se, but I also don't want to be out somewhere and then need it. Because if you're out somewhere and you're like, I need to refill my antifreeze right now because I can't get this ice off my hand. I need to like run the thing. But
I
it's
don't think of
chaos.
I use windshield cleaner maybe once every 2 months.
Cleaner, huh?
Just like the little spritz.
I've never seen that. I literally have no clue what you're talking about windshield cleaner. I can only picture Windex, and it's not Windex.
Like, you got that knob on your car, they'll throw the liquid up on the windshield. You can wipe it off to clean it. It gets rid of bugs or whatnot.
Okay, so that is where my antifreeze is.
Yeah, because you put antifreeze in there.
Right. So you only got it. You don't use antifreeze in it. You only use the windshield cleaner.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right. Okay.
And even then, I only use it once every 2 or 3 months, maybe.
No, I've used, because we've had some horrible weather. I think all of America has recently. I don't know about Europe. I don't know your weather. But America has had some very interesting weather recently, where it's been fucking cold and icy and snowy everywhere. And
it's called winter.
I've had to use antifreeze like 3 times every time I've gone somewhere. Because it has been snowing, and the snow will stick to my windshield. And running the windshield wipers to clear it off just results in smearing.
Yeah.
So you have to run the antifreeze. And it's screwed me over because I've used probably however much is in there. Which means I'm going to have to refill it. So I can't get rid of it. And I don't want to refill it before then because I'm lazy. Mm-hmm. Which is admittedly my fault. But at the same time, no one's going to be like, wow, you're putting up with a sound in the back of your trunk every so often? Why don't you just get rid of it and refill it now? Like, realistically, it doesn't bother me. It's like startling on occasion because I'll go to a stop.
Well, unless you know how fast you're going.
Yeah, true. Yeah, if I hear like a loud splash, I know I was going way too fast when I stopped, and it spilled everywhere. So. That's my water cup. It's not what I expected to taste. I thought I was drinking mango. I just took a giant gulp of water and was like, that tastes not right.
Mango's on the right, water's on the left.
Uh-oh, other way around.
It is the other way around, because I'm looking at you from... Mm-hmm. I tried to correct that in my head and didn't.
Yeah, my mango's on the left, because I normally reach with my left hand, because that's the one I motion with, and I lean on my right. So I can do like this. But my water cup is directly in front of me. And I don't know, I think I leaned to check my phone because I thought I got a text. But no, just grabbed my water instead, nearly choked on it because I startled myself. So my phone's been doing this weird thing. When I get a text from like a person, like one or two people in particular, it will sticky the text to the left side of my screen. Like it will give a little bubble pop up on the left side as if it were like an app open. I have a Samsung Galaxy S10 or whatever.
Okay.
And it sticks to the left side. It's a little circle. And it's like whatever their picture is that I have them set as, and like a text notification. And the only way I can get rid of it, even after I've read the text and everything, is tapping it and dragging it to the bottom center. It won't go away otherwise. And it drives me insane.
And it's only for certain people.
Yes!
Do you use like a special messaging app that does...
No.
Okay.
I don't get it. I don't understand why. Everybody else who texts me, it just goes away. But if like 2 or 3 people text me, it gets stuck there. I don't have them favorited or anything like that. It just does it. I don't know. I don't know what to do about that.
Are they people like you text often, not often? Any pattern among them?
One of them I text often. One of them I do not.
So no pattern?
No. There's no reason for this as far as I know.
Other than your phone's a dick.
Yes. It's, I need to repair my screen.
Yes, same.
Looking at it. I generally take good care of my screens, and it's not the worst it's ever looked, honestly. But this is the first screen I've ever had with actual cracks that are seeable. Like, I got one literally halfway down going to the center of the screen on the from the left to the center. And the top center speaker going down to the camera. And then, like, the corners are chipped. Other than that, it looks completely normal. It's very useful, and you can't actually notice it if you're using it.
Yeah. Mine just has a bit of burnout on, like, the top quarter, top third of it. Mm-hmm. Which I suspect is just from, like, where the notification comes down.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really line up with that.
Yeah. But, so, I don't know how so let me think. I think I went texting. I texted someone recently about tacos. I tried a new taco place. I think that's how my brain went. Because it's going to seem like a complete random transition, but I tried Torchy's tacos recently for the first time. I've had it twice a day every day since then. Have you ever had Torchy's tacos?
Never heard of it.
Whoa, what the fuck? Alright, you and me and the people gotta go. Okay. It is not a sit-down restaurant, but it is worth.
How far away is it?
It's out here by me.
Okay.
It's like a few miles from me, so not that far.
Well, the next time we come over, that's what we'll do.
True. It's so fucking good. So there's one in particular that I like. I've been on a real mango kick recently. I've got some dried mangoes in there. I've gone through a couple gallons of mango Arizona tea, or mango mucho mango, Arizona mucho mango, the fruit cocktail juice one. I've gone through a couple gallons of that. I've got another one right here that I was talking about earlier. This bad boy. I'll shake it once for the fucking audio. It did not make much audio.
No, it's full.
Yeah, I mean, I hope. But for everybody listening, it is literally a gallon chug of mucho mango Arizona tea. And I've also had a brush fire, I believe that's what it's called, a brush fire Torchy's taco. On it is brisket, no, Jamaican jerk chicken, mango, and a couple cheeses and spices, and it's fucking delicious. It's so good. The trailer park with they have a thing called Make It Trashy that you can do to any of their things, where you substitute the lettuce that they would add for queso. That's really good. The Trashy Trailer Park, very, very good. They're, I think it's, what is it, redneck? No, Texas style? Something, a certain type of style. I can't remember the exact name, but it's one of their queso, hillbilly style, or, yeah, hillbilly queso, I believe. Very, very good. It's incredible. I've had that like 3 times now. So good. I've tried their steak fajitas and stuff like that. Honestly, Torchy's tacos, of the Mexican restaurants I've been to, taco places, taco joints, stuff like that, this one's like my highest. So, it's fucking good. I mean, I've eaten it in the last week, I think 9 times. So, it's been a trip. I didn't know there was one near me. It's one of those places I always wanted to try because I heard so much about it. And then I found out there was one nearby, immediately had it ordered. And I think that I've dropped like maybe $300, $400 on Torchy's tacos.
What the hell?
I've got a Torchy's tacos problem.
Apparently. How much is, like,
Look,
what is their menu? Like, the average taco price.
The average taco price is like $4.
Okay, so you've eaten at least like 100 tacos from Torchy's Tacos.
No, because I'm ordering it for delivery.
Okay. So you haven't eaten them there, but you've eaten 100 Torchy's Tacos from...
No, delivery prices are insane. If you go through like DoorDash or Uber Eats, it's like $15 to $20 added on. And I've ordered it like 8 times. That's like $190 right there. So I've had maybe like 50 Torchy's tacos.
That's still a lot for a week.
It's a lot of tacos. But it's very, very good tacos. Easily some of my favorite food at the moment. That and the pizza place you all didn't get to go to when you got here. But we'll do that at some point as well. But those tacos, man, whoa. God, they're fucking good. I've never been a fruit on meat guy, but mango on Caribbean jerk chicken with their Diablo sauce, fucking incredible. Literally the best thing I've had within the last, I'd say, 2 years. I love that shit. Love that shit so much. I want to eat more Torchy's. I wanted to order Torchy's a minute ago. Before we started this, I was going to order Torchy's and take a bite, like, quietly, and just not mention it the entire time. But I stopped myself because about 1 a.m., or not, 1 a.m. Like 1 p.m. So like 6 hours ago, 6 hours before we recorded, I had Torchy's tacos. 5 hours later, I was going to order more. I don't think you understand how addictive this place is.
Are they adding cocaine or any other substance to this taco?
I don't know. It's a problem. I've developed an addiction, and it's not even to alcohol. Like, I'm not even an alcoholic, I'm a tacoholic. It's a problem. Like, I need to go to TA. What would be a better way to say it? Tacoholics Anonymous doesn't really work as much as Alcoholics Anonymous does, I'm gonna be real with you. Either way, it's a problem, and I have a feeling that when you try them, you'll have a similar problem. They're actually just that good.
See, I live further away from Torchy's Tacos, so it'd be more effort for me to go to that extent.
I think you would make that effort. I'm not even joking. I think you would probably end up making that drive.
I think you underestimate my laziness.
I think you underestimate their food.
True. We'll have to see.
Their food is amazing. Everybody I've had try it so far has been disappointed. Which isn't much of a testament.
That's a glowing review.
But I had it, and it was the best fucking food I've ever had. Like, literally just the best I've ever had. I think that you will probably agree with me that it's incredible. The people I've had try it have not eaten it right away. They've let it sit. It's like Five Guys. You can't let it sit.
I've only been to Five Guys once.
If you go to Five Guys, so think about like a more universal reference than like Five Guys. If you put like McDonald's French fries in the fridge and then come back and warm them up, they're just so much worse.
Okay, I can see that.
They don't even taste the same. That's Torchy's. You eat that shit fresh. Oh my god. Oh my god.
So that's
amazing.
Even, well, I guess if I do go all the way out there to eat it, I would have to eat it in the parking lot or some shit.
Yeah, you're not going to do like an hour-long drive back, probably. It's not going to be an actual hour-long, but you get what I'm saying. Yeah. You're not going to drive there and back, spend like an hour and a half of your day, and then put it in the fridge. If you want it that bad, you're going to eat it as soon as you get it.
True. But if I would want it to be something I could go buy in relative bulk to bring home for a few days worth of food.
You wouldn't be able to stop yourself. When you buy it, you're not going to be able to stop yourself from eating it.
Yeah, I can see that.
I bought...
I have no self-control.
I buy like 6 tacos at a time from there. Okay? And queso.
Are these big chips. Tacos, or are they like Taco Bell tacos?
They're street tacos.
Okay.
So they're like smaller than Taco Bell.
Okay,
they're
so
like,
you'd have to get a few.
A relative size is if you were to take like a sauce plate. It's like small.
Okay.
But it's amazing, and it's like $5 per. But it's so fucking good.
Maybe I don't want to come out. I'm gonna go bankrupt.
It will kill your bank as it killed mine. It's bad, but it's so good. It's hard to stop myself, honestly. Like, now my mouth is watering, and I've almost looked at the menu, but I'm like not. I'm keeping my hands down by my side because I know if I put them up on the desk right now, I'm gonna go to DoorDash and order Torchy's tacos. I would like to say, as you can tell by how small this podcast is, we are not sponsored. I actually just have a problem. That being said, strongly recommend everyone tries Torchy's.
Arkansas, Colorado, Louisiana, Oklahoma, and Texas.
Yes. And now, where we are, which I'm not saying.
Texas.
Yes. Thanks. You fucking leaked it. But no.
I mean, they got like 50 places in Texas. That's going to be a lot of combing through for the dedicated viewers of the podcast.
Yes, all of them. Every single one of them. All the dedicated viewers of this fucking podcast. It's actually like, I didn't know. It didn't know it was this good. It's insane. It's the most surprised I've been by someone else reviewing something correctly. Like, I've never echoed a review of this place until I was like, oh, I see. Witch I tried. Pretty good as well. Torchy's Tacos blows Witch out of the water. Holy shit. Like, this, I might drive there every day after work for dinner.
Okay, I'm gonna have to put an ankle monitor on you at that point.
I have a problem. It's worse than gambling. I spend more money on this than I would on gambling. I'm gonna be real with you. I spend, like, realistically maybe like $100 a week on alcohol. Alright, I understand. That's a very large amount of money. Okay, I understand that. But that's also like a bottle of Malibu's like $15. And it takes me like a third of a bottle for 2 days of drinking. So over the course of like 5 days, I'm down to buying another bottle of Malibu, which is with tax that puts me at like 50. So it's not quite 100, but if I buy any beer in the meantime, and I'm just like, I don't really, that's $20 a case of beer. So I do spend a lot on alcohol, but not as much as I spent on Torchies. I'm at like $300, $400 in a week of Torchies. I have an actual problem. It's... God, dude. God damn.
You need help.
I don't know. I do. Talk about this with my therapist. I've developed an addiction to one specific restaurant. And then they won't understand, and then they'll go try it, and then they'll have to talk to their therapist.
How are you paying? Like, card?
Card.
Is your bank going to call you thinking it's a scam for spending $200 at Torchy's Tacos?
Hey, man, you've spent like $700 in the last month at Torchy's Tacos. Did your card get stolen? No, ma'am. I have a problem. I'm addicted. Talk to my therapist, and now they have a problem. Stay away from Torchy's Tacos. Warn the bank.
How does that like flagging system work? Do they have a record of like where problems? Like you can spend several $100s at one place. Or I guess the better question is, do they keep track of what is a good spending amount at different locations over time? Or is it just a set limit of, oh, you've spent $1,000 at Torchy's Tacos, that's a flag?
I think both. I think they go, here are your spending? Here are your spending habits.
Fair enough.
It's like if you spend like $15 a month and then suddenly you drop 1.5K on something, they're going to be like, hey, I don't think this is right.
I still don't get calls about me spending several K on tuition. So, that's
well, they don't care. That's college.
Well,
they don't go, this college is siphoning their funds.
Well, they are, and college is a scam. I will stand by that. The system is corrupt.
Well, yeah, sure, but they're not going to... The bank is the one benefit. They're not going to do shit.
They would benefit more if the money stayed in their account.
That gets kicked back to them by the college, if you think about it.
How so?
By them leasing land and stuff like that, the bank ends up making the money back anyway. And then it just becomes their money instead of it being your money that they're...
No, the colleges just eat it. It goes all to the execs.
It's like the fucking Cookie Monster that shows up and eats all the money and it just disappears forever.
Pretty much. That's what it feels like.
Sure. I mean, there are some colleges that develop land constantly, which is kind of weird to me. Because you go to a college campus and you expect it to be built and old.
Yeah.
Is what I expect. I show up and I expect like a bell tower. But instead I get 5 construction projects going on. And the bell is the workers getting off lunch and starting up the machines again.
Yeah. They just keep tearing down like the old dorm halls, rebuilding a new one so they can say, oh, we got a new one.
Yeah.
And then their advertising.
People live on campus.
Because, I mean, that double or triples their tuition price.
Yeah, and it's more money for more construction. It's exponential. And now there we go. Audio problems. These things
happen.
Now we're back. What can you do?
It'll all be sorted.
Nobody will know. But now that we talked about it, people will know.
Yeah. Unless, did we talk about it? That's the question.
I'm not editing this. I will fix the small problems, like the podcast not functioning correctly. Other than that, it's not being edited. So.
Actually, is there a shortcut to cause it to not record?
Probably. You probably smacked that shit when you alt-tabbed or whatever to check Torchy's tacos prices.
No, my cat might have walked on my
That's
keyboard.
also
That might have been it. That is possible.
But no, like, I got... it's probably the grass. Oh, wait. That's a topic that people won't know about. You know what weird? Yeah, grass. So grass is... because your audio recorded over that part. So what were you talking about 2 minutes before this?
Grass.
No, 2 minutes before this. Not in that time, because that time got fucked up.
What brought us...
To the grass? College? Were we talking about bank, right?
Banks, and then their flagging detection
banks.
On accounts.
I think it's definitely just spending habits. If that part didn't get cut out, then what can you do? It's definitely spending habits, and definitely also like the amount of money spent in one place. They probably track the universal amount spent in that place and the spending habits of the person spending. But it's very well known that I spend a good amount of food. So it's not going to alert them. They might be like, this is far more in this time frame than normal, but they're not going to be like, this never happens. Realistically, I spend maybe... Oh god, this is not a good number to say. I spend like $100 to $200 a week on food.
That's not terrible.
It's not good.
If you're like, yeah, it's not good. But if you're not like buying food from the grocery and you're just eating out, whatever, that's pretty normal. $100-200 for eating out. That's
the bingo's done.
Especially if it's $4-5 for a small taco plus delivery.
Now we're down to the water.
Nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's 2 60% shots done. One done throughout the entirety of this podcast. We'll just call it a mixed drink. It was a mixed drink. It was a 20% mixed drink, really. Maybe a 15% realistically. And a 60% shot prior to recording. But we gotta say, mango's fucking incredible. How many mangoes do you think I would have to buy until the bank's like, this is fraud? Triple digits, you thinking? Quad, maybe?
Depends on where you're buying them from, probably. If you're buying them like from Kroger, Kroger will probably yell at you a lot quicker.
Why the fuck have you bought 700 mangoes?
We won't have enough mangoes.
Buy the entirety of mangoes from Kroger. Everybody in the store gets very upset with me because they have to individually scan 700 different mangoes and weigh them because they do them on weight. Yeah, probably. But at the same time, if they were like, hey, you spent $700, or you spent like 700, I'd say the average mango is like $1.50. Hey, you spent like $900 on mangoes. Is this, like, this can't be real.
I mean, if you're importing them like straight from a farm, like major farm, I don't think that would be flagged.
I think it might be because it's a very sudden thing. Oh, this guy that eats out all the time.
Very sudden.
$900 on mangoes from an importing it from a farm. That's not real. There's no fucking way.
I mean, I think the only flag would be that you're spending several $100s to a farm that may not be in the U.S. I don't think it'd be flagged other than that, because I mean, if you want several $100s worth of mangoes, go for it. I don't think they'd care.
I think they'd flag it for the sudden expenditure of a large amount of money to an external source, such as a fucking mango farm. Who spends that much money on a mango farm unless they're a corporation?
Maybe that's what you're trying to do. Yeah, become like a local farmer.
I'm your local mango guy.
Or not local farmer, yeah. Local fruit.
Join the mythology as Mango Man. Everybody just knows me in the city. Oh yeah, let's go see the mango.
I mean,
guy.
how do you think like all those like corner family stores for groceries started? Like it was they didn't
They
start
don't
out as a
exist anymore
corporation.
either.
Well, true.
Like,
But like it would have just been like the owner's personal card to start out with until they got enough money for actual company card or
I
whatever.
guess, but it's also like there's no way that it wouldn't get flagged. I can't see a world.
I think as long as if you're selling them or eating them, especially if you're selling them, report that to the IRS as like you're making money or whatever. They wouldn't
Hey
give a
guys,
fuck.
I'm importing mangoes from this place in Cuba, and I'm selling them on a
I
street corner.
don't think the
I think
government
they would
care.
absolutely care that you're suddenly selling mangoes on a street corner from an imported area. They would do absolutely.
It depends
They
on
would
where it's
absolutely
from.
check and see if you're a drug dealer.
It just depends on where it's from. If it's from like Cuba, Mexico,
They'd
they'd
be like,
probably
these
check.
are drugs. Inside of these mangoes is cocaine.
Yeah, that'd be the assumption. But if you're just doing it from Florida or wherever the fuck mangoes grow,
They'd
they're
check.
not gonna give a fuck.
I now want to see how quickly I can make the government check to see if I'm selling drugs. I'm going to start.
Open a store called Not Cocaine, and then start business
I'm
selling
going to open
tacos.
a store called Magic Mangoes. All right, and the mangoes will be sold for $150 a piece. And I'm going to have tons of people review it. All people with reputable backgrounds. Just review it like these. This is the best place to buy mangoes in quotes. I want the mangoes to be in quotes every time.
No, that's how they get it. Not for $150, but for the actual price of the mango.
Yes.
They have to give you a
And
5-star
they have
review.
to review it and say the mangoes are great and put it 5 stars with the mangoes in quotations. Every time. You get a mango for like 50 cents if you do that. Like, that's how you get mangoes right there. That's how you get the government to investigate. This is going to be. Look, I'll tell you all right now. If this podcast becomes a thing, I'll do it. I will get myself investigated by the government for selling cocaine mangoes.
And this is what you call Exhibit A. Hello, future
Hey,
courtroom.
everybody. Here's the entire plan. I am not a drug dealer. This was absolutely just a bit for a podcast. I mean, this is a paper trail and everything. I'm good. I'm in the clear. With my luck, I will not be in the clear. It will absolutely be like, this is just them planting the seeds for the operation. No, I don't think you understand. I literally know nothing about drug. I just wanted to sell mango as a joke. I thought it would be really funny. I don't know. It would be a great story.
Jury, please go easy
Look,
on us. I don't know. I'm saying us. This is your idea.
I'm the one that's going to be in
I'm not
trouble.
I may or may
Will
not be
here,
there.
probably. I say here, but there. I'm the one that's going to be screwed. I'm the one that's going to go down for magic mangoes. So screwed.
And that sentence is the only bit they're going to clip for the
Well,
courtroom.
probably. I'm probably absolutely going to go down for magic mangoes. It's all bullshit and everything, but like, it's all just me seeing how much like effort the government actually puts into checking stuff, because I think it would be very, very funny to start selling mangoes for a ridiculous price, imported from a country other than America, and see how soon I get investigated. I think the sudden cropping, or the sudden upcrop of a $150 magic mango store where everybody reviews it, the mangoes are great in quotations, will result in a fuck ton of investigations.
Actually, would the mangoes be investigated before they even get to your door because you're importing a foodstuff?
They would start like individually checking my mangoes.
So that would. Well, they'd probably at least open up the first crate and be like, "Yep, those mangoes," and see if you'd have to see if they're like banned or something or what have you. Because I know if you try and import like food stuff at like airports or whatever, they'll just shred it.
I'll go through the proper channels and everything, and I'm genuinely curious how quickly I can get myself investigated by the government for importing drugs while doing something completely legal but just very stupid. I want to see. This is my new curiosity. We got a few things now.
I will clip the newspaper
I've got a
headline.
Magic Mango owner investigated for magic drugs. I don't know. Something stupid.
How many people do you think would have to visit the shop before we can tip it off to the local news to have them report on it?
Like 100
in person.
Probably. I think 100 people showing
like
up
100?
to Magic Mangoes the day it opens. People, I think that if this podcast grows, we can make that a meet and greet. Me opening Magic Mangoes being the Magic Mango meet and greet. People showing up to the Magic Mango. But, like, the price of admission is a mango. You have to buy one $150 mango. And you have to leave a review. These mangoes are incredible. Make it as suspicious as possible. And make sure your mangoes are in quotations. That's it.
Are you going to sign the mango?
Yeah, I'll sign the mango. Why not?
Okay.
It's a mango. Who the fuck?
Oh, it's a meet and greet.
I'll
You gotta
sign whatever.
something.
I'll sign your car. I'll sign anything. I don't give a shit. Why would I care? If you want something signed, bring it. Bring your child's forehead.
Why do people have celebrities sign a
know.
child's forehead?
How would I know?
Why?
I'm not these people.
A piece of paper will last longer.
Yeah, but their child lasts forever. Well, until they
that's
die.
debatable. If they go to a U.S. school, they won't
Well,
last forever, that is.
I see. Mm-hmm. Good one, Chris. Yeah.
Thanks.
No, it's very much like Magic Mangoes will be a thing. It will become a thing.
Are you going to rent out a storefront, or is this going to be on a picnic table?
Huh.
Or would that just depend on the size of
It
the
depends on
podcast
the
when
size
you
of
do
the
this?
podcast when I do it. If
Okay.
it's like I have the budget for setting up a picnic table on a corner, going to the government and being like, hey, I'm going to set up a picnic stand. And I'm going to set up a roadside stand and sell mangoes for a few days. Is that all chill? And they're like, yeah, sure, go for it. Here's the proper licensing and everything. Then I'll do that. But if we're large enough to where I can save up enough money to dispose on this as a joke, I'll rent a store for a month.
How much would that cost a storefront for a month?
We're probably at like 100-something thousand. We're probably in the like 100K area. I think that for a joke.
I mean, if it's not like a mall front, like store or something, it couldn't be 100.
I mean, Halloween
don't
Cities
think.
get them pretty
That's-
easily.
I mean, that's a big storefront. You just need something like off the
Yeah.
side of the road.
I'll see what I can do. I'll make it happen. It'll be funny. It'll be very, very funny. And I'm gonna get investigated by the government and probably taken to court over this. But it will be hilarious nonetheless.
I don't think you'd make it as
don't
far
think
as
so?
the courtroom. They walk in, they bust you, in quotes.
Yes, in quotes, just like the mangoes.
Yeah. And say, yeah, these are real mangoes, and then all the officers will buy a mango.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ideally.
I mean, hopefully, it would be a great story to tell. Do y'all remember that time I
Yeah,
made the
for sure.
government investigate me by selling mangoes at a ridiculous price? I think that would be hilarious. Oh. Anyway, we've been going for a very good amount of time, and we've now devised a plan for me essentially getting arrested for doing something completely legal but very stupid. So, with that being said, everybody, thanks for listening. Don't get yourself arrested like I'm probably going to end up doing to myself.
Don't say that.
Don't. No.
Have
it
faith.
will happen. Try
Have
Torchy's
faith.
Tacos, or if you value your bank account and don't want to become addicted, do not try Torchy's Tacos. Yes,
Eat
eat responsibly, drink responsibly. Try the mango mix with Malibu if you are of age. And, you know, like the video and, I don't know, fucking comment, I guess. I don't. It's your fucking choice.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Your choice, man. I'm not going to tell you what to do. You're a grown-ass adult. You think it's funny? Like,
maybe.
You think it's entertaining enough to listen to it again? Subscribe. There's a playlist if you want to go to that and see the other episodes.
Your dislike won't matter.
That's true.
As of recording,
they are gone. They hurt my feelings, but they don't hurt the algorithm anymore. So fuck it. Yeah.
Like and dislike.
I don't think it'll let you do that. I think it just dislikes it instead.
Will it not? Well,
Yeah.
that's upsetting.
No, if you like a video, it likes it, and then if you click dislike, it gets rid of your like and dislikes it.
What if you like some parts and dislike
that's
others?
Not their fucking problem, though, is it? They don't care. What do they care? They have 2 buttons. You can say you liked it, or you can say you dislike it. That's all you get.
I think there should be a scale.
That's it. That being said, thanks for listening, everybody. Have a good one. Later.
Later.